The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to a carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a run with McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he's got it. Hit the 15. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Panthers 7, Jaguars 0. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the...
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Carolina.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield.
The pass.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a pass hauled in downfield.
Bring it!
Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. Early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. Give him 42 yards on the ground. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. This is intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. There goes Green. 30, the 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And it's taken in at the 9. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Flush to his right. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
McCaffrey, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lucas. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
At the 18-yard line.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Cut that team.
Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go, D. Two times.
They run the counter now on first down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Second and 9 now from the 21. They'll set up to throw. They'll buy some time right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Oh, you got D? 19 tight. 19 tight. Mike 48. Mike 48. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
That's right, baby. It's all
And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly a disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On third down, he'll drop to throw. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Oh, my
and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. And connecting here with DJ Chark. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff looking right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Panthers.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lucas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Nothing less, baby.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
That's the way you make it feel, baby. Ready up. 55. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike, 55.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. 59 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Check 37. Check 37. Shoot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
A good pickup there at 22. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of
a good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Jaguars 36-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
They'll take over.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 6th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So a holding penalty, and that'll send them backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lucas. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll let this one go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 88 yards. And the Jaguars able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team to have a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Panthers.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take a total at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The stop by
It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and 9.
Mike 47.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
the pass.
His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll roll him out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him.
And the Panthers in for the score. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. For the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He's tackled at the 32.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else.
And he's into the clear. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 23-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And a give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Panthers.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
J. Moore. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Panther 1st down.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.